Unit analysis. There are three basic measurements that we are going to be looking at. One is length. For length, there's three conversions. Not that you need to know all three of them, but I find all three of them useful. 1 meter is 39.37 inches. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. For mass, 1 kilogram is 2.205 pounds, and 1 pound is 454 grams. For volume, you only really need to know one, but 1 liter is 1.06 quarts, or 1 quart is 0.946 liters. These are no-nos. I would put them in your repertoire, and I'm going to show you how to use them using unit analysis. So let's say we have 65 inches. I want to know how many centimeters that is. I can go over here and say, oh, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So then I can start with what I need to convert. 65 inches. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So then I just put it in the calculator because inches cancels out. 65, and I multiply it by 2.54. And I get 165.10 centimeters. I go back to the original problem and I see that I have 2 sig figs. So then I have to convert it to 2 sig figs. This number is 5 or larger, so it'd be 170 centimeters. So let's say somebody had a mass of 215 pounds. I want to know how many kilograms that is. We have that conversion over here. 1 kilogram is 2.205 pounds. So you start with what you know, or what you're trying to find. 215 pounds. And since I have pounds here, 2.205 pounds goes on the bottom. 1 kilogram on the top. They haven't been canceling out the units, but pounds cancels out. So then I take the 215 and I divide it by the 2.205. And I get 97.51 kilograms. I go back to the original problem. I see I have, since we're just multiplying, I have 3 sig figs. So then I need to express this in 3 sig figs. It'll be 97.5 kilograms. And those are some pretty basic ones. We're going to erase these and I'm going to get into a little bit more complicated ones. So let's say we have 39.6 ounces, and I want to know how many grams that is. As you can see over here with our unit analysis, we do not have an ounce conversion. But hopefully you know that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. And now we have a pound and a grams. Woohoo! 1 pound is 454 grams. So now we're ready to rock and roll. So we start out with what we want to convert. 39.6 ounces. And we know that there is 16 ounces in 1 pound. So then we put that in the calculator. 39.6 divided by 16, 2.48 pounds. But we're not in grams. 2.48 pounds. And we know that 1 pound is 454 grams. So I get 1,123.65 grams as an exact number. I go back to the original problem. I see I have 3 sig figs. So then I have to round this to 3 sig figs, so it'd be 1,120 grams would be the way you'd express the answer using the correct number of significant figures. So basically what we're making here is a roadmap of how we're going to set the problem up. We'll do one more. So let's say we have 4.5 feet, and I want to go to centimeters. I don't have a foot one over here, but I do know that for every 1 foot there is 12 centimeters, or 12 inches, excuse me. And now I know for every 1 inch there is 2.54 centimeters. So now to start with, we're going to start with what we want to convert. 4.5 feet. And we know that for every 1 foot there is 12 inches. What is that, 54? So we have 54 inches. So we're not in centimeters yet, so we got 54 inches. And then for every 1 inch, there's 2.54 centimeters. .137.16 centimeters would be the exact number. But following the rules of sig figs, we have 2 sig figs here. That's all we're doing is multiplying. So then I would express this to 2 sig figs. 7 is larger, so it'd be 140 centimeters would be the way to express the answer using significant figures. Here again, I want to reiterate that this was our roadmap. And anytime we used the parentheses, whatever we put in the parentheses were equal or equivalent. And it's called unit analysis because realistically, I'm only working with the units to get to the units that we want at the end.